What's up guys, it's Jughead here, just a down-to-earth guy, trying to bring you all some down-to-earth content. Welcome back to my Let's Watch Hunter x Hunter series. Today, we're going to be watching episode 16 titled Defeat and Disgrace. So with that title, I'm thinking we're going to see our heroes not come out on top possibly. Maybe some dishonor is happening because not only does the title say defeat, which would imply that our group of people that we've come to love is not going to come out on top this time, and maybe we're going to see some disgrace with that. But I love the cliffhanger that ended with episode 15, the last episode we watched, that ended with Hisoka going out on his hunt finally and finding more people to hunt, and the episode ended with him seeing in the distance Kurapika and Leorio walking together. And those are his next two targets because he only needs 2 more badges to get his 6 points total, because he has his own, which is worth 3 points, and then he has one of the bonus points from sad looking headband man that Get a Rocker killed. So Kurapika and Leorio are the 2 other badges, so let's see what happens. I just thought of that. What if the defeat and disgrace comes on Hisoka's side and Hisoka loses? So now this is making me even more interested. So I'm not going to talk as much. I'm going to get these episodes rolling, and let's watch this episode right now. So, Hunter x Hunter, episode 16, Defeat and Disgrace, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's watch. So, the standstill image is Hisoka looking pretty down on himself, so maybe the defeat and disgrace happens to Hisoka instead. Here we are with just the basic recap of sad headband man getting absolutely mutilated. And here we have Get a Rocker, where I still don't understand this man's complete, dumbfounding, confusing character with the way he transformed, which is apparently magic. And then we're learning again about Hisoka's ideology. Defeat and disgrace. Let's go. Is Hisoka gonna not come out on top for once? So GON is the bird, Hisoka is the fish, Kurapika and Leorio are the fly. Right? Yes. That butterfly. Hemotopic butterfly. Lead the way. Because he's cut, right? He would lead the way. Ooh, what the hell? What the hell is going on? Ah. Flashbacks. Ooh. How fun. Okay. Okay. I'll, give you the benefit of the doubt on that. He just lusts after adrenaline and excitement. And that comes in the form of battling worthy opponents. Damn, he runs fast. The fuck? Nice. Save your friends! The first time I'm ever seeing him run. He's excited. Yep. When Hisoka attacks, take the badge. Unless you have to sacrifice your friends for it, then it is not worth it. What the hell is going on? Don't tire out now. Yeah. Save your friends. That's most important. Because then you're still honorable. And what the hell happened to Jaretta? I mean, yeah, Dredders after GON. Get a Rocker is the one who killed that headband man. Yeah, shut up, Leorio. Constantly whining. I already forgot who Leorio's target is. Oh yeah, Unzu, right? Bitch with the ugly ass hat. Uh-oh, let's go. Woohoo! What a coincidence. Again with the Mexican guitar. That's gonna get copyrighted. Oh yeah. Will you give me your badges or not? Huh? Ooh, let's trade. Let's barter. Only 2 could be the number of your target. Huh? Dude. I'm so confused. I'm not smart enough for this right now. Yeah, take the badge that's only worth 1. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. You with your fucking knife. Okay. What are you gonna do? They're being honorable. They're being honorable. Hisoka's got to give some props to that, at least, I hope. Uh-oh. I've never really seen Kurapika fight yet, so I'm interested in that. Okay. You laughing or crying? Okay. What's going on? Out of curiosity, what is your number? Okay. What's going on here? I'll only take the single remaining badge. Okay, we're settling this like gentlemen here. Business. And business only. Okay then. That was anticlimactic. I was almost hoping to find a fight. So now, Leorio needs his target now. Uh-oh. Don't make any sounds, bro. Hisoka knows he's there. They've grown so much I barely recognize them. But they have more to learn. Why must unripe fruit be so tantalizing? This is the wrong badge. Dude, I'm so confused right now. Hisoka doesn't want to attack them because they're not ripe yet. They're not worthy to fight or something? I'm confused. Are those butterflies on Hisoka's side? Like, why are GON and Hisoka bonding over these butterflies? Yeah, your plan doesn't really work out if Hisoka doesn't want to fight anybody. That person also hands over, but I won't get another chance. Oh yeah, he only needs 1 more badge. Hisoka's so intimidating, he doesn't even need... Bro. Was that? Oh, okay. That. Wait. Interesting. Uh-oh. What's going on? What's going on? Going on? Oh, is he enchanting his magic? That art style is so fucking cool. What's going on? What's going on? Dude. They had to go and get me stirred. Dude, is this man horny for violence, bruh? Does he literally have a lust for blood or something? Like, does he need to stay alive by killing people or what? What's going on? Some magic, some curse, or what? So confused. Because this man's like horny for some people. Oh. That was the still image. He doesn't look down. He looks like he's just exhausted. Like, what's going on? I still feel like Hisoka knows that GON is there. But I'm also confused as to why, like, that the meaning behind why Hisoka didn't want to fight Leorio or Kurapika. I'm so confused. Dude, what's going on, man? He a zombie? Dude, I have no idea what's going on right now. So is he exhausted because he needs blood? Or I'm confused. Like, is he dehydrated and exhausted because he doesn't have it and he needs it? Or he looks like that because he doesn't need it? Oh, I don't know this guy's name. Let's just get rid of all these minor characters. Let's go. Guy looks like me waking up every day. This is your last chance. Make it count, bro. Unless that guy's like, I'm not fighting you. Take my badge. But then couldn't GON just take his 3 badges? I don't understand. Nothing makes sense right now. I don't have answers, only more questions. Confusing. I feel like I'm just a moron. I'm just stupid. There are those butterflies again. And then again, like, he crushed the 1 butterfly to then create, like, 50 butterflies. This man is just pure magic or something? Or what? GON in deep meditation? Ooh, he's using his eagle vision. Some like Assassin's Creed type shit. Hisoka is completely hidden his presence. Huh? Why would he notice you? What kind of power does GON have? What is going on, man? Stop sweating. Cover yourself in mud, Predator style. Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, covers himself in mud to hide himself. Gotta do that. Hide that sweat, bro. Hide your... Oh, if he has a bloodlust, maybe he follows the heartbeats. He's trying to slow down his heartbeat to slow down his blood flow. Maybe Hisoka can sense it. Bruh, what the hell? That was the creepiest face I've ever seen. That was so creepy. Dude, this man's a maniac. Come on, GON. This is your time. This is your moment. Let's go. Bruh. Oh! Oh! My boy! Hell yeah. Nice. Damn, even Hisoka's like, what the fuck? He got outplayed. Hisoka's like, what the fuck is going on? He's almost proud. So, did he kill that other guy? I'm confused. Did he kill that guy? So now he only has 3 cards. Because he lost his own. Uh-oh. What's going on? Bro. What's going on? Did he enchant his badge or something? Boy, just can't get it off easy, man. Come on. Oh, I hear footsteps. Jaretta? Do you know what that number represents? The number of chances I had to kill you. Oh, shit. That's also the number of times you cast your fishing rod when you were training. God damn it, I forgot about this guy. I fucking hate this kid. This guy. I'm pissed. I forgot the whole thing. I literally became GON. GON focused so much on his target, he forgot that he was a target. I forgot that too. Again, why I love this show. It literally, you get played as much as the show plays the characters. God damn. I got had. Damn. I completely forgot about Jaretta, the same way that GON forgot that he was a target of his own. God damn it, man. So Hisoka was defeated and GON was defeated. Now, did Jaretta take GON's badge and Hisoka's badge or what? Because I only saw him take Hisoka's badge. Oh, the butterfly. What kind of poison is in that thing? Is it poison or a sleep dart or something? Oh, shit. Oh. You hid your presence while waiting for your chance. Waiting until I attacked someone else. Hey, Hisoka's proud. They're both like wild animals, man, and your timing was impeccable. Hey, you concealed all traces of your bloodlust by hiding it behind mine. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Hey, GON is worthy. GON is worthy. Poison darts completely relax your muscles. The effects last 10 days in a normal person, but he's not a normal person. Yeah. If Hisoka sees GON at the boat, he'll know he's not a normal person. Didn't you come to take your badge back? No, he lost it fair and square, man. I just came to commend you. Nice. Turns out that he was my target. Ah! You owe me one now. Feel free to pay me back when you want. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. Was he about to... Oh! Hell yeah. He's already standing up. I refuse. Right now, I'm letting you live. And I'll continue to let you live until you've grown enough to be truly worthy of killing. Ooh, now we understand. Ow, did you just knock his teeth out, or is that the badges? You just punched a kid! I'll take it back when you can punch me in the face like that. Ooh. Until then, I'm leaving that badge with you. Okay, this episode started off slow, but I love this shit now. Ooh, the symbolism, man. Hisoka, God, I love him. Oh! So much to unpack here. Damn. Okay, so now I understand Hisoka a lot more. I almost feel bad for GON. And now why do we have this sombering piano music? Yeah, I feel bad for GON. He feels like he doesn't deserve it. Because Hisoka's pretty much letting him win. I feel for this. Profound scene. A little bruise on his cheek. GON was completely helpless when confronted by his overwhelming power. What could he be thinking alone in the darkness? Wow. So, time to discuss. Hopefully you don't hear all the wind blowing outside right now, because it's like hurricane force winds outside right now. I don't know why. Just came out of nowhere. But let's discuss. This episode, man, I have so many good things to say about this episode. That ended up being a pretty heavy episode, man. I was not expecting that ending, even despite like the clear title of the episode, like clear as day right in front of you, telling you what's going to happen. Defeat and disgrace. GON was defeated, but he also feels disgraced. I don't know, just so much to unpack, so much to talk about. I was just thinking, right before pressing record to start this discussion, how interesting it is. I just realized that there on Zevel Island is really the first time we're getting to see GON on his own, in his own thoughts, and how he operates, and kind of just seeing his character, how he operates, how he behaves while on his own with no one else. He's not with the usual squad with any friends. He's just on his own. With GON on his own, having to rely on only himself to move forward, really for the first time. He's torn between two options in a very heavy dilemma and doesn't know what to do. And you have to remember that GON's just like a 10-year-old kid, and having to come up with these decisions like this puts a lot of weight on your shoulders. Risk your friends' lives by waiting for the opportune moment to strike at Hisoka to steal his tag and move forward through the exam, or risk failing this phase of the exam by protecting his friends. And although it may not be the smarter choice, he makes the more honorable choice. As a worthy hunter, I suppose would make the more honorable choice, choosing to save his friends if that must be done. So to get more into, let's recap the episode as we review it and discuss. So Kurapika and Leorio walk into Hisoka waiting for them, because we know Hisoka targeted Kurapika and Leorio at the end of the previous episode. Those are his next two targets for the next two badges to end up being done. So we see Kurapika and Leorio walk into Hisoka, who's just waiting for them. And you think we're about to see some 2v1 combat action. Like previous episode, Hisoka fights Sad Headband Man, and Hisoka really just doesn't have any remorse for people. So you think, okay, we're about to see some 2v1 combat action. Leorio and Hisoka already have some beef. or not beef, but more so just history. Kurapika and Hisoka, I don't really think so. Because, and then you see them, they both, Kurapika and Leorio wield their weapons, ready to defend themselves, or attack. But luckily, GON doesn't have to make that choice of defending his friends. He doesn't even have to get involved, just hides behind that tree, as Kurapika, using that 200 IQ brain of his reasoning, rationale, and logic that is his main character trait, and as we, or at least I, fundamentally know him as. You have Leorio, the more emotional one, the one that can kind of get off the rails faster, while Kurapika is kind of the wise one. We know both of them can surely fight, but this is the character trait that I most know Kurapika as. But Kurapika can surely fight, but only when he needs to, not when he wants to. He will avoid physical conflict as much as possible, as we've seen multiple times throughout the show. So Kurapika offers, instead of fighting this out, fighting over the badges the two of them possess, let's just go over. Kurapika has his own badge, Leorio has his own badge, Kurapika has his target's badge, and they also have one extra bonus badge. So all those badges they possess negotiate in a trade or deal of some sort. Kurapika reasons that either of the two of them cannot be his target. I can't really sort about like how he came to that conclusion. I'll probably mess it up if I try to explain it, but all I remember is he said, there's no way Kurapika and Leorio can be his target, so what do you want here? They are willing to give up the extra 1-point card that holds no meaning to them and give it to Hisoka, because they have nothing to lose if they give up that bonus card. But if Hisoka wishes for both of, like, to get all of the badges, both of their own badges than the one that Kurapika took off his opponent, then that's different. Kurapika states Hisoka must then take him by force instead, if that's what he wants. And that's what's surprising. Surprisingly, Hisoka just diffuses the situation, diffuses the tension in the air that you can just feel with laughter, and agrees to the deal where Kurapika is kind of surprised. Okay, cool, awesome. We don't have to fight you, and just leaves the card in like a hole in a tree, saying, "We're gonna leave this here. We'll be on our way," and the two of them just leave. I feel like the bravery and more so like the fighting spirit the two of them showed impressed Hisoka, and could be what influenced Hisoka to, I don't know if he changed his mind in that situation, but could have influenced Hisoka to be so generous as to spare their lives and to say, I won't fight you, we can sort this out in a bargain. As we've learned, he values lives who have purpose and potential, and he may see Leorio and Kurapika as those with potential to be great adversaries, or perhaps even allies, but I think more so adversaries. As we've come to know, he wants people worthy of killing, or worthy of fighting against him. Regardless, just very strong individuals who haven't reached their full potential yet, but he sees the potential, he sees growth, so he spared them. Which is kind of confusing, because I can't really discern if that's always been his MO, or if it kind of goes back and forth. Because if you think of Goes, that's how I know his name now, because someone in the comments before said Goes, sad headband man. Hisoka spared him because his life had no purpose to him, and he was not worthy of killing, yet he spared the two of them this time despite them having purpose. So I guess he spared Goes because he was not worthy killing, and he didn't see any potential, whereas with Kurapika and Leorio, they're not worthy killing, but they have the potential to be. So kind of the same way that they were spared, but different if you really like want to get deep into it. Because you have to assume, I have to assume he was planning on killing them, or at least fighting them, because like why else would you have targeted them in the first place, and why you would have recognized their faces and recognized that you had a history with them and recognized that they've grown. And yeah, well, like why else would you have targeted him in the first place? And why after they left did Hisoka enter that like weird state of overwhelming bloodlust, unsatisfied because he did not kill them? Because if he'd ever had bloodlust in the first place, how could bloodlust be unsatisfied? You know, he said something like, "Why must unripe fruit be so satisfying?" So I guess he admits that he's going after the wrong people. He's not like implying he wanted to kill them, but they aren't worthy enough to be killed. They're not ripe yet. Um, I don't know. I'm a little confused. Maybe I have to go back and watch that part again, or because the way I do these discussions is right after my first watch. On my own time, maybe I go back and watch certain scenes or stuff, so that I can be more knowledgeable or at least more set up for the next episode. Because if I'm just lost in this episode and I go into the next episode, I'm doing myself a disservice and I'm doing the audience a disservice too, and the show a disservice. So maybe I have to go back and watch that part again, or any one of you could take the time if you want and try your best to explain it in the comments to me. I would greatly appreciate that. I always do. You guys do that all the time in every episode. You know, I read all the comments, so I'll see you keeping the conversation going in the comments, which I love, and it would be a great help to me. But because a lot of y'all do or did a great job at explaining Hisoka to me in greater detail and understanding from the last episode when I asked you guys if you guys could explain whatever you can without providing spoilers into Hisoka's mindset. But it's still kind of difficult to figure him out, you know, or like just define his ideologies or his ethos. What exactly is his philosophy or way he goes about life? Like what, like it's like how before it's like what we find. This is pretty much just a game to him. Life and death are things to be played with. So what pleases him? What does he look for? Like almost like what does he get off to? Kurapika and Leorio were spared as though they passed one of his tests. He commended them even after the two of them refused to just run away. Leorio's the one that gets defensive because to Leorio he has some previous beef with Hisoka, because remember when they first dueled it out in the swamp, Leorio doesn't know that Hisoka spared him and told him he was honorable. He was unconscious for that, and I don't think anybody ever told him that, which I don't support. I would think that you would want to tell him that. Kurapika wants to bargain with Hisoka, so he doesn't want to fight, but I think the fact that Kurapika stands his ground with words rather than actions, by making it apparent that Hisoka, you hold no power over the structure of this deal. Take the terms that I set or fight. High risk, but also high reward, it seemed, since their actions and words were respectable enough to have Hisoka consider them worthy of keeping alive for a little while longer and seeing them continue to grow and see where they can be if they ever come head to head again. But moving on, what was one of my one of my main thoughts was just like how this episode gave me goosebumps throughout. Not many shows have done that or can do that to me, and let alone a animated anime series. The whole episode was just very tense. I had no idea what was going to happen. The whole rivalrous dynamic Gon and Hisoka have together brought on so much tension in this episode, especially when like I love Gon, but I also love Hisoka, and somebody has to come out on top here. You really see how much this means to Gon. He's been internalizing these emotions ever since that first conflict between the two of them in the swamp when Hisoka spared him the first time and defeated him, but told him to go on and become a good hunter. You acted with honor. I respect you. I'll see you in the future. And just because, and you got to remember again, Gon, like when you think of everything they've done so far, Gon didn't even break a drop of sweat in that tunnel running for miles, didn't break a sweat killing those boar, catching those eggs, fighting Chairman Netero, battling in Trick Tower, name whatever else. He hasn't broken a sweat yet, but you can visibly see him dripping sweat from how nervous and tense and anxious he is in this situation against Hisoka. Plus, when he was hiding behind that tree, I think was the first time we ever heard Gon not only like portray the feeling, but just flat out say that he was scared. He said he was scared and he doesn't want to be here anymore. That says a lot. So during that whole scene after Kurapika and Leorio, you can see like, and when Hisoka's doing this weird thing that I'll try and get into in a bit, you see Gon realize like he's so focused. He doesn't even realize, he didn't even think about the possibility that Hisoka might not even have to fight anyone on this island. His whole plan for Hisoka revolves around the fact that Hisoka will be fighting, and he'll be distracted. But just as we saw here, Hisoka is an intimidating man. Nobody wants to fight him if they don't have to. Anybody would rather give up a badge if it meant being spared and not having to fight him. So what if Hisoka's next target also gives up a badge? Then there's going to be no time to strike. Hisoka will have all his points, and Gon will have lost all of his chances, and he'll be screwed. So you can see he becomes incredibly flustered and anxious at this because he's like, okay, what do I do now? I didn't plan for this, but of course I should have. Now this I'm going to need even more explaining. I just said like 2 minutes ago, can you guys explain this? This is what I really need explaining. Can anyone explain why Hisoka looked the way that he did after the two of them left? Because like we see him crush a butterfly in his hands, open his hands to see dozens of smaller butterflies emerge and fly away. Now, I'm sure that had symbolic weight to it, as well as possible literal significance, if anyone wants to drop some wisdom on me like you guys usually do. And then you see the ground like permeates or radiates with this black ring and glow around Hisoka. All the animals run away and the animation art changes to this very textured, grungy, I want to describe it, look on Hisoka's face. Gon says he can sense his bloodlust from where he is standing and hiding. So is it like a magical energy that permeates through Hisoka that feeds on bloodlust or something? Like, how is Gon able to sense this bloodlust? Or almost ethereal energy coming off of Hisoka's body? And Hisoka says, like, oh no, I must quell it. And the energy stops. And it was just very fascinating, but equally confusing. Like he turned into some primal beast. And he calms himself over, because you see the sunrise the next day. So you like he goes to sleep standing up, calms himself over an entire night to try and quell this bloodlust, and just goes on trudging along like some half-dead looking zombie with those dark eyes and slow walk, searching for his next target to satisfy that bloodlust, I guess. So you see Hisoka after his next target. Gon, having sensed Hisoka's bloodlust, knows the next person he comes across and he finds will definitely be killed, to satisfy Hisoka's urge to kill. So Gon thinks ahead, like he must with Hisoka, and that he must find Hisoka's next target before Hisoka himself does, so he can ready himself, because he won't have much time to do so in the moment. So sure enough, he sees another examinee, I don't know these people's names, walking in a direction where that person and Hisoka are bound to cross each other at some point. So Gon heads to that vantage point, waiting for the perfect moment of the strike. So Gon must know more about Hisoka's bloodlust, because Gon in his inner monologue says he has to calm down to hide his presence, to not be sensed by Hisoka, and you see him struggle to try and lower his heartbeat down, lower his breathing, lower his heartbeat down to almost nothing, almost complete stillness and quiet. And Hisoka then senses the presence of that other examinee, and this is where I got freaked out, because and the goosebumps came back in full force. That animation of Hisoka with that insane look on his face, again, almost as though he is a primal creature out for blood, man. focused on nothing else, just as Gon is focused on nothing else, which is what is so interesting about this exchange, because it has that dichotomy in it, which I'll bring up in a minute, of Gon being so focused and Hisoka being so focused as well. The other guy sees Hisoka pretty much too late to be able to even do anything. He tries to react by drawing his sword at him to get ready, because Hisoka's just coming straight at him, beelining him. Gon waits behind the bushes with his fishing rod ready to strike, anticipating the moment of absolute vulnerability. Hisoka runs towards the guy, still in like this frenzy mode, bloodlust eyes. He lets out this like unsettling scream that I've never heard before as he takes out one of his cards, and right at this moment, Gon throws out his line. The other examinee misses Hisoka with his sword by like mere centimeters. Gon's plan works perfectly, as we see. Hell yeah. Hisoka is so focused on the thought of killing his target, or his prey at this point. As I've said, he's almost like a primal beast. He is completely vulnerable to Gon's attack, and Gon's hook lands right on his badge and snatches it away from him. And right at that moment, Hisoka completes his attack on the examinee, but Hisoka immediately exits that state he was in, because I would assume he's also satisfied as bloodless, but he's also like bewildered by what has just happened. Like he looks down and he's like completely confused, like how could this happen? And the other examinee collapses to his death. I assume he's dead. And Hisoka sees Gon in the distance over in the bushes with his badges in hand, and Gon just runs away. And now the last like 5 minutes of this episode were just perfection to me, like chef's kiss, making me rotate a whole wealth of different emotions, capturing the essence of the story so far, and the characters, and like my own investment in these characters. You're so happy for Gon for what he just did, but just as Gon doesn't even have enough time to celebrate, neither do we as the audience or the viewer, as we see Gon like begin to stumble and lose control of his body functions, and he falls to the ground. And I'm like so confused at what's happening. Is it Hisoka? Is he exhausted? What's happening? And then you see Jareta. I completely forgot Jareta existed. This was perfect right here, because just as I compliment the show for dragging the audience into the show by making us think, consider our own morals and our own character, react for ourselves, what's going on in the moment, think about what we should do in this situation, I myself failed the exact same way Gon did. Also the same way Hisoka did, which is such a great connection, the dichotomy I was making. Jareta even told us, like an episode or two ago, he commended Gon for his focus and mastering the art of hunting, but it will be Gon's downfall for forgetting he is not just the hunter, but also the hunted. Go back to the bird capturing the fish who captures the fly analogy. Gon beat Hisoka because Hisoka was so focused on killing that he left himself vulnerable to being hunted himself, just as the bird made itself vulnerable when it went for the fish that was going for the fly. Gon suffered the same exact fate, ironically or unironically even. Gon was so focused on his target Hisoka that he forgot he was also a target to someone else. And I forgot that myself too. So it's just the way that plays off is just so amazing. So clever, just perfect. Jareta says he had 7,000 chances to kill Gon, just as Gon cast his line out 7,000 times. Again, Gon was so focused on getting that cast exact, getting that moment perfect, that every time he cast his line out, he was vulnerable to getting attacked himself. You see a paralysis dart in Gon's neck. Jareta leaves Gon, taking Hisoka's badge and Gon's badge with him, leaving Gon on the floor with nothing. And you're just feeling for him so hard. Like you almost feel defeated too, because you got played as much as Gon did. The symbolism of the butterfly getting caught in the spider's web was so just like palpable. And then a few moments go by, and you hear noises amidst an otherwise silent frame of Gon just lying on the ground, still paralyzed. And all of a sudden, you see Greta's, is it Dretta's or Greta's? I don't care. Dretta's body hit the floor right next to him, like just looking, literally looking dead in the face of Gon, right next to where Gon's laying down. And you see Hisoka standing above Gon with that smile on his face that we know. Hisoka exclaims like how impressed he is with Gon's ability to hide his presence, time his attack, and outsmart him. And this is where you really understand Hisoka and where you really feel for Gon at the same time. Hisoka drops the 2 badges on the ground that Jiretta took. Hisoka doesn't even want his own badge back. And that makes Gon angry. Gon is angry at Hisoka for giving back both of the badges. Hisoka says Jiretta actually ended up being his target. So Hisoka actually has 6 points even without his own badge. He's that good of a hunter. Almost feels like an insult to Gon that he took Hisoka's badge away when Hisoka didn't even need it in the first place. And now Hisoka gives it back to him without even earning it like he wished he could. Gon doesn't want to have Hisoka's tag in this way. The strength Gon has in this part 2 of like, Hisoka says a normal man wouldn't be able to walk for 10 days from that dart. But Hisoka realizes Gon is no normal kid, which I think he likes, is what he likes about him. He likes that he's like, he can see this potential. He's not normal. He almost like, he doesn't see him as an equal, but he sees him as a potential to be an equal, like almost as like a, what would you call it, like an apprentice almost, maybe. That it should take no more than 3 days for Gon to recover, which is how many days they have left on the island. And as Hisoka turns his back on Gon and walks away, Gon stands up right then and there. Just goes to show how strong Gon is, both physically and through adversity. Hisoka tells Gon, it's okay. He owes him one for now keeping him alive twice. He can pay him back whenever he can, and that he will keep Gon alive until he has grown enough to be worthy of killing one day. And he doesn't speak as if to insult Gon, but someone like Gon would feel insulted by this statement, and his feelings would be hurt along with his pride. Because again, like Hisoka treats these people as a plaything. Like, I'm gonna keep you alive to play with until you hopefully end up becoming someone worthy of being killed by my hand. But Gon doesn't want to owe anyone. He hates this feeling. Gon doesn't want to win in this way because this is not winning at all to him. Hisoka's just done with the whole convo and leaves him by hitting Gon with his signature ferocious punch, leaving him on the ground once again, defeated, beaten down, not just physically but emotionally. Hisoka looks back one more time just to insult him almost, and just looks back and tells him he will take his badge back the day that Gon can hit him in the face like that, implying the day Gon is actually grown, experienced, and skilled enough to face Hisoka face to face in combat without being spared. And you see him walk away with Gon on the ground. The scene fades to the butterfly dead. Again, just the symbolism there. Caught in the spider's gossamer, and you just feel the weight and the emotion of that entire scene, like how heavy it was, just amazing. Like, and as if it couldn't get any more heavy and emotional and just like poignant, the episode ends with it pouring rain, a somber, almost melancholy piano playing in the background, and you see Gon sitting inside a tree, balled up, looking so frustrated that he's shaking. He won, but he also lost. Upset over his inferiority to Hisoka and the condescending hierarchy Hisoka has over him that Gon can't deny that exists. The bruise on his face conveying his physical defeat, but the look on his face conveying the emotional defeat and more so the disgrace. All these obstacles he faces, he succeeds with others, but right now he is defeated and he is alone. The essence of the title of the episode in the final shot of Gon, defeated and disgraced, was just incredibly powerful and profound. It was just perfect. Like, that really is the adjective I want to use here with this episode. Gon, like, just showcasing just how dynamic a character Gon is, or at least it became so much clearer to me right here. Like, just wow. I wouldn't be surprised if this episode is revered as much as I personally revere it um after watching that. But yeah, just wow. But yeah, that's all I have for this discussion today. If you enjoyed the video and found it entertaining, leaving a like to let me know is awesome. And better yet, if you want to keep up with all my content, be sure to subscribe to stay in the loop. Also, please keep the conversation going down in the comments so I can connect to you more and build a community here. That's the most important thing to me. If you want to see a more personal side, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Having said that, and with that said, so long, farewell, until next time, thank you, be happy, and I hope you have a good one. Peace.